It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Rectenwald. This is Scooter.
Whoop whoop.
Scott Gallies.
How are you this morning?
I'm okay. How about you?
Better than my morning.
Well, I've already told you the story, but this morning was better than yesterday morning for me.
Yeah, you were saying you were having some truck issues.
Well, apparently
starting issues.
Apparently, my truck thought I was a thief because it wasn't going to let me take that truck out of the driveway.
Yeah, wouldn't let you crank it over.
It just crank and crank and crank.
It's amazing how one little fuse will change so much.
And the fuse that we ended up changing had nothing to do with the anti-theft. Nothing. The fuse I changed was a window relay. It's a big fuse.
Yeah.
Yeah. It controlled the windows. That's what it did. That's the only one we changed.
That's weird.
Yep. Tell me about it. It is definitely weird.
They still didn't figure out why it didn't start, though, because it started before you even changed the fuse. You just couldn't crank. You
couldn't put the
adjust
windows up or down.
Yeah, there's something weird.
Yeah.
Something weird.
However, I'm here today with no issues. Except I didn't bring Coach Fulcher or Kloski.
Uh-oh. That's going to be a big issue.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to live with it.
But it started up this morning. You made it here.
I'm here, yes. Understand we had some big straight line winds last night out in Gasville area. Lots of trees and branches down in that area. How about Marion County? Anything over there?
Nothing. Not that I'm aware of.
Nothing that Bob Z knows over in Marion County? We did get a nice rain over here, though.
Yeah, we did.
Rain for, I don't know, hour and a half maybe.
Really?
Yep, rain nice and steady. Big old drops. Tina and I went to Little Bees last night, and when we come out, here she come. It was some big old drops. Went out to Home Depot and checked on some things there, and we still had big drops.
Well, I lucked out. I went to the store last night and stuff, and it just started as I got home. So I was happy. I lucked out.
Didn't get the dome wet.
Nope.
No dampness on the dome. Yeah. So I guess we needed that little bit of a shower.
We do. We need to keep things a little bit wet out there.
Let them be not so crisp.
Yeah, go for your job security.
And I told Tina last night, I said, with all this temperature drop, Josh called me from Flippin and said the temperature dropped about 20 degrees in 15 minutes. And then the rain's coming where they're at in Flippin. It hit pretty hard over there. And I told Tina, I said, with the temperature dropping, with this moisture, the deer will be out in the morning.
Oh, they were out this morning.
From where I live to 201, 37. I counted 37 along the roadway, or anything that I could actually see and count.
I didn't count them, but I went through a whole herd of them, but I didn't bother to stop and count them.
Oh, I don't stop. I just count. So there's no telling how many I missed.
Yeah.
I may have double counted one or two also, but yeah, you don't know. It's my story. I'm sticking to it. Yeah, that's right. This is a free government program. Count the deer. Yeah. Yeah. Should we get started?
You bet.
It's time for the morning prayer, brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks. 870-508-1771 is our number. If you don't know what hospice care is, give them a call. They'll be glad to answer any questions you might have. They've been serving Baxter, Marion County since 1979. They'll be glad to serve you as well. And now the morning prayer, Sarah.
Lord, we just thank you for this day that you made. We thank you for what you're doing in and through this community, Lord. We thank you for the first responders and the soldiers that just go out and answer the call each and every day, Lord. We thank you for the people, Lord, and just help us press on to the prize, Lord God. The prize is you, Lord, and we just thank you in all things. Help us continually to thank you in all things, and we just love you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
The morning prayer brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks, 870-508-1771. We'll be back after a quick word from Bob and Linda Zdora of the Z Team of Century 21 LeMac Realty.
Hi, this is Bob Zdora, Executive Broker at Century 21 LeMac Realty. The Z-Team would like to welcome all of our summertime visitors to the beautiful Twin Lakes area. If you find yourself falling in love with our lakes, rivers, and people, the Z-Team can be your buyer's agent at no fee to you. We'd like to help you explore the possibility of calling the beautiful Ozarks your new home.
Call the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zdora, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 870-405-0793. RetireToArkansas.net.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for the lake levels, dam reports, and all the weather updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora. The Z-Team of Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. RetireToArkansas.net is their website. If you go there, click on live views. This is what you see this morning. Little smoky on the water.
A little bit.
Still not a bad shot, though.
No, it's going to be a nice day.
All things considered. It's a beautiful white river that separates Marion County, Arkansas from Baxter County, Arkansas. It's the city of Cotter, what you're looking at mid-screen. Up to the upper right, at about 1 o'clock position, is the old Witch's Hat Water Tower. If you could see through the smoke on the water, it'd be the city of Mountain Home, the city of Gassville in front of that. Way off in the distance, straight ahead, is the state of Missouri. The Rainbow Bridge, the old trellis bridge for the railroad tracks, is to your far left, and around the bend there on the left would be the city of Bull Shoals. This is what we call God's country. If you'd like to see what's available in this area for sale, go to RetireToArkansas.net, click on MLS listings, find something that grabs your interest, then give Miss Linda a call at 870-405-0793. I'm going to run through some temperatures while Scooter lets that go through the Z-clips. Currently in Mountain Home at 68, Harrison is 78, Batesville is 74, Yeville at 71, Marshall at 69, Salem and Mountain View both at 70, Calico Rock at 71, West Plains, Missouri is 69, Springfield and Poplar Bluff, Missouri both at 71, and St. Louis is at 70. There you go. Let's take a look at the radar. On the national scene, as you can see on the radar, some heavy rains going through Kansas and part of Oklahoma. A little bit of rain showing up in Arkansas, about 10, maybe run through 12. And then after that, it looks like they'll dissipate out of the area. Some heavier rains going up in the northeast, some in Minnesota as well. We're going to go ahead and zoom into Arkansas. And as you can see, those heavier rains, looks like they'll get in here about 9, between 9 and 10, but looks like they'll be out of here by lunchtime, if they even show up. You never know about this area. They'll say they're going to come, and then they just don't show up. All dressed up with nowhere to go. Bentonville to Blytheville, Fayetteville over to Jonesboro, Fort Smith to Memphis, Conway, Little Rock, Hot Springs. Chance of rain throughout the north half of Arkansas today, but it's not going to be anything that lasts all afternoon. So if you're out in it, just be careful. Watches and warnings, looks like the heat advisory is back through the middle portion of the state, good portion of Oklahoma. Other than that, we're pretty well cleared up from that. 7-day forecast. High today is going to be 92 with a slight chance of thunderstorms. Thunderstorms likely tonight, low of 71. High of 92 tomorrow with clouds. 72 for the low, 93 on Sunday with a 73 for a low. Monday's going to be back up to 94, so is Tuesday, and looks like Wednesday will be 93. Pollen and allergy. No tree pollen today, tomorrow, or Sunday. Grass is moderate today, low tomorrow, and low on Sunday. And your old buddy ragweed is moderate the next 3 days. Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk 555.41, which is 3.41 above full pool of 552, and no generation report, or just no generation happening at this time at Norfolk. 659.40 at the Bull, which is 0.40 above full pool of 659, and again, there's no generation going on at Bull Shoals either.
They didn't have a
report. No update.
No, they'll be running minimum. They have to run minimum flow, but yeah, there's been no report this morning.
No report, probably due to weather.
Yeah,
whether or not they wanted to do it.
Exactly.
That's the lake levels, dam reports, and all the weather updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora. The Z-Team of Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. RetireToArkansas.net is that website. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. They're busy, but never too busy to help you. Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team. We'll be right back.
When the job changes, the Kubota RTVX changes with it. Built for the work and built around you.
Load the bed, hit the trail, and take on what's next with confidence. Gear up, load, haul, repeat. The Kubota RTVX. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 2.99% APR up to 36 months.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425-3434, Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. If you're looking for any kind of construction equipment, backhoes, front-end loaders, you name it, they got it.
They've got a parking lot full.
And if they ain't got it, they'll get it.
More.
Yeah,
it seems
right.
like.
Brake bed trailers, RTVs, lawn tractors, zero-turn commercial mowers. They've got everything that you could never want. Hay balers, rakes, tedders, cutters, big bales, square bales, round bales, bales. What the bale? Oh, Scooter, before I get into
here
this,
we go.
I promised I would tell this little story, so I've got to do it.
Okay.
Yesterday, it's almost time for school to start.
Yes.
And in some areas, school has already started. Well, there's this Spanish-speaking school, and they had a musician come in. And the musician told all the kids in the assembly, said, I guarantee you I can be invisible. And everybody, ooh. So he started counting. Uno, dos. And before you know it, he was gone without a trace.
That was bad even. That was bad.
It worked though. Uno, dos, and he was gone without a trace. Community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn. And that little dad joke was free. Scholarships for single parents. Application deadlines are August 1st through September 1st for the fall, January 1st through February 1st for the spring, and for next summer, May 1st through June 1st. For more information, call 501-858-2010. We've got already to this. Holy cow. I know there's pancake breakfast tomorrow morning. Where'd that go?
Should be in there.
All bundled up in here. Bob Davis Veterans Center is having a pancake breakfast tomorrow morning. I believe it's from 8 to 10:30. That'll be close enough. Now go check them out. Bob Davis Veterans Center is at 421 9th Street here in town. All proceeds will go help keep that Veterans Center open and running. I believe it's $10 per person. Pancakes, biscuits, gravy, coffee, orange juice, that kind of stuff. Oh, I found it finally. Yes. For more information, call 870-404-6556. Bob Davis Veterans Center. They do good work for good people. It's from 8 to 11 tomorrow. Check that out. We've got Bomberfest coming up on August 14th at 5 o'clock at Bomber Stadium. All kinds of fun things going on. That'll start at 4:30 with a 7th grade volleyball scrimmage. It'll wrap up with the 7th, 8th, and 9th grade team introductions and a high school practice and a barbecue contest, a singing of the national anthem, a little moment of silence in honor of Coach Webb, a golden football hunt, all kinds of good things. Fun stuff for the kids. Go check that out. That's August the 14th at 5 o'clock. August 15th will be the Gridiron Club Steak Dinner and Auction at the high school. It has been moved from the community center to the hangar at the high school. Be there, be square. That'll start, I believe doors are going to open at 5. Dinner and auction start at 6. Be able to have a good time there. The Military First Responders Appreciation Night will be August the 28th at the game against Farmington. They're looking for a photo, and you can get a hold of Miss Aubrey, 740-288-5317 for more information on that event as well. That has already passed, and this has passed as well. So, you got anything, Scooter?
I don't. I'm good.
That's going to wrap it up. Community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, and a good dad joke this morning. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back in just a moment with Coach Josh Fulcher, Mountain Home Bomber basketball.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
When you're
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Coach Josh Fulcher is with me. He's the head basketball coach for the Mountain Home Bomber program. How are you, sir?
Fantastic.
And why are we talking basketball in August?
Why wouldn't we?
That's right.
Why wouldn't we, right? There's never a bad time to talk Bomber basketball, in my opinion. We really never leave the gym. We just finished up. Yesterday was our last open gym for the summer. So the guys, they've got Friday, Monday off, and then we're back at it on Tuesday with school starting. Prior to this week, we had 2 weeks where we're doing a summer league with our guys at the end of July, and that's a cool time where we're just kind of a little bit hands off, where it's structured and organized, and we bring in our alumni. They come in, and we have a captains, and we draft teams and play a schedule, and then finish it up with a tournament at the end. So it's a good way to wind up summer, and prior to that, we're team camps at least one a week throughout the summer, and just trying to learn and grow as a team. And every year you got to replace some talented players, and this was no exception. We lost three really important players in Rhett Gilbert, Jackson Corp, and Drew Haney. And and we got to figure out who's the guy to fill them shoes. And I think we learned a lot about ourselves this summer.
You got some good candidates for those
Absolutely.
shoes?
It's our program is very developmental based. You come in, and it's really hard at our level to play as a sophomore, just because of the level that we have to perform at. And so you start building these guys and preparing these guys through our JV program, and we've got some guys that I think they're ready to step up, and we got some guys that are kind of waiting in the wings for their turn. We've got 5 seniors this year. We got 11 juniors, and we got 8 sophomores. So those juniors, it's a really good group. It's a really deep group. We need some guys to kind of take the next steps to be able to help us on that varsity level.
How many teams do you have for your alumni stuff that you've got?
This year we had 6 teams.
Wow.
And so we'll take our seniors. And then I think we took a junior, and they were the captains, and we got to have a snake draft and put everybody on the board. And sometimes with our alumni, sometimes they're able to come in, sometimes they're not. So we have to have a couple of guys that are flexible and move around, and that's we're good at that. We're good at being flexible, especially when it comes to our guys, and even if they can't make all 8 days of it, if they can come in for a few days, we love it because it's good for our guys to be around each other. And
how far back will they come from?
Coach Henry being on staff, he's the eldest that comes in, but usually after about 3 or 4 years, they don't come in as much and realize that basketball, if you're not doing it, you lose it really quickly, especially the conditioning part of it. But Coach Henry stays in great shape, and our guys love it when he's down there playing, and it's fun because the competition. We're having fun, but we have enough older guys in there that like to kind of still show what they got, and I think it's a good mix of fun but really good competition, and there's no exception this year. Just a lot of fun. It brings me a lot of joy to see the old and the new mixing. During the summertime is a great time. You get to reconnect with some guys that have come in for summertime. I was able to take several guys out to lunch this summer and just catch up and spend time with them, and that's the best part of this job is the relationships that you make.
As far back as you can think, and how long have you been in Mountain Home?
I'm going into my 14th year, Bob, I believe.
Okay. In those 14 years, have you seen any of your previous players go on to become coaches?
Actually we've got Luke Proctor. He was, we're looking at getting him here in Mountain Home, but just really couldn't find a coaching spot at the time. And he's coaching. He took a job over at Clarksville.
Okay.
And he's coaching assistant high school coach, head junior high coach. And he's loving every bit of it. And no, it's really neat, to see him go into it. And he's getting a ton of experience right now, and he's built for it. I was really proud of the young man that he's become, and the maturity that he's shown over the years. And and he's getting all the experience that he wants right now, and it's good for him. And we stay in touch quite a bit, and he'll because I'm there for him to help him out in any kind of way. That's from my previous job when I was at Palestine Wheatley. I've got a couple of kids that went into coaching there, some guys that I've coached, and able to keep up with them. One of them's he's at Paragould, and another one is in Georgia coaching. So. It's cool, and you get guys, and we've had some other guys that have volunteer and all those things. But the biggest thing and that I love, and guys will call me, and a lot of the guys I talk to, they have just a sense of calling of wanting to give back, of like, Coach, I want to do something where I'm giving back to the community, and that's one of our big pillars of our program is, being servants of our community, and that's one of the things that I love. They're wanting to get in, law enforcement or firefighting and things like that. So, it's just kind of cool. That again, like I said, that just watching the growth of what you see them at, they start their program 7th grade and then becoming productive citizens and good husbands and fathers and those things. Just pretty cool.
14 years at Mountain Home. What are the biggest changes you've seen in the program that you're in, and then maybe in the school district itself?
Honestly, it's crazy. Really within the school, there's people that come and go, but there's so many. I guess we work along so closely with each other. It still seems that there's a huge core of people there. I haven't seen. I don't think there's been dramatic or drastic changes. I think for the most part, that's causes time to fly by. I mean, 14 years have passed. You're like, wow, it doesn't, everything. We still have the same, core values in our program. Now, I think every year there's growth. You're always looking for growth, ways that you can improve, and things that lead to more efficiency. But the kids we still got great kids coming through our program today that we did 14 years ago. We have great leadership in place that helps support those things. What I love most, I guess, is now, being a kind of veteran, in the coaching staff, and you see these young guys coming in. I was able to talk to Coach Airy's son. Ian Airy joined last year, and him and Jairus Ackland is a new coach this year, and was visiting with them the other day, and they were just like, I love this place. Like, it's cool to see see the things that I got to see when I first got here. I'm just like, what a great community we live in, and kind of seeing that enthusiasm, and it's good for guys like me to remember that, like, that's why we're here in Mountain Home. That's why we choose to stay here in Mountain Home, and we choose this place, basically every year. You're like, okay, this is, everybody's got opportunities to do other things, and but you're always, there's a reason why you choose to remain in your position or remain in this place, and it's because of the support that we have, the people in our community, people that give back. XL7 being one of the people, or the businesses that support our kids, and the time that you give to our kids and community, and that's really what makes this place special. And it's cool that I think we all know it in this community, but other communities know it too, and they pick up on those things. It's not always
about the paycheck.
No, absolutely not. It's if you're.
However, that's got a big part to do it.
Everybody wants to get paid for their job, but if you're in this business, for the paycheck, you're in the wrong business.
You might be.
Yeah, you'd be disappointed, with time and all those things. But no, this isn't about it provides a solid living. But it's not the financial gains of it. It's the impact I feel that this job provides, and I think that's the biggest thing. I think we saw that this summer with the passing of Coach Webb, of just what an impact a teacher, a coach can make in a community, and if everybody strives to make that kind of an impact, holy cow! I mean, we can make big changes.
Common goal.
Absolutely.
The new players, did you have anybody move in over the summer?
We did. We had a junior move in, Braden Newman. He came in from Kentucky, and Brent Vigario came in from California, and they've been great additions. Braden came in at the beginning of summer, and Brent come in kind of in the middle of summer. And great kids. First of all, we like great kids. We like great kids that have a passion for basketball, and both those guys have that. It's always your first year anywhere or anything you do is always tough. So we don't paint a picture of like this is going to be easy. But they both have great attitudes, and they're going to be just fine, and they're really fit the DNA of who we are and what we do. So great additions, great young men.
What class are they?
Braden is a junior, and Brent is a sophomore.
Well, that's good. Something worth.
Yeah, and that's what you want. You want guys that are young that you can build on, and both of them, they pick up on things really quickly. And summertime is kind of it's where you're kind of practicing the things that you've installed, and we'll go back to this fall where we're doing a lot of teaching, and so they kind of jump in, and it's a moving vehicle, and we're like, hey, catch on. We'll slow things down to kind of get you caught up a little bit, but once we get back in the fall, now we're gonna slow things back down when we go back to our install and our teaching. And that'll be really good for them. And kind of get them all caught up with what everybody else has been doing, because we do a lot of that in the springtime. Springtime is a big, we hit the reset button and boom, it's kind of day one with a brand new team, and we're doing a lot of teaching and getting after it, and we got to get those sophomores caught up, and so there's different kind of phases in what we do. Summertime is to kind of perfect that what we'd worked on in the spring. So when we get in the fall camp, we'll go back just kind of like a little bit what we did in the spring, a lot of teaching, and because we're gearing up for the season now, the real season.
It's time for a quick break. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be right back.
Out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the Mountain Home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done, so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Sleep Mart is interested.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Coach Josh Fulcher is with me this morning. He is the head Bomber basketball coach. Coach, let's talk about the 7th, 8th, and 9th grade programs. Do they do anything over the summer, or are they pretty much laid out until school starts?
No. Now our 8th and 9th graders practice all year long. All summer long, excuse me. They go 4 days a week like we do.
Okay.
And they go to, our 9th graders go to a bunch of camps. Our 8th graders went to a few camps. And so the thing about our 8th and 9th graders, we start with them at the end of their 7th grade year. So you know who you got, you know who you're working towards. Our 7th graders, we wait till school starts with them because you don't really know who you got. Mm-hmm. You don't want to start moving that train and kids not be able to kind of jump on board, because we want them all, any of them that's interested, and it's always kind of a important thing to not us as school coaches put them in a position where they feel like they're behind and they don't want to try it. And so we don't start that until school starts. Now, a lot of those kids we don't get because we have a lot of football kids, we won't get them till after football season. Mm-hmm. So we'll have a big group of kids in the gym, and then we're going to add another big group of kids. Now we identify these kids of who they are through our Top Flight program, our youth program of guys that have kind of played basketball all the way through, and But no, that's how we do our 7th grade and our 8th and 9th graders.
Who are our coaches in the 7th grade?
Coach Roddy Patrick is a head coach. He's been the head coach since I've been here. And of course now he's stepped into a new role as a head cross country coach. Last year, Coach Brad Morris had joined as an assistant coach, and of course he's the head golf coach. And then Robin Killian is the assistant. He's been Roddy's assistant since I've been here. In my our 8th and 9th grade, that's Coach Cody Matheny. He's our head junior high coach, and he's assisted by Colin Oxford. Excuse me. And those guys, this is their 2nd year together. So you will see which anytime you have a new coach, you want kind of everybody to understand who the head coach is and all of our players to hear that voice. But this year you'll see Coach Oxford take a bigger role with our 8th graders. He'll be kind of leading that group and he'll be Coach Matheny will be assisting him, and then on the 9th grade, Coach Cody will be leading the 9th graders and Colin will be assisting them. But they'll be helping each other, and I think it's good for the growth of their coaches. I also think it helps with the growth of our players.
What's their numbers look like? Do you know?
Offhand, I couldn't tell you, but we're always in 8th grade. We're always we're in the low 20s with the 8th grade. In 9th grade, we're around 18 to 20 with the 9th graders. 8th grade is the first year where if we have to, we'll make cuts if we have to. We try to not cut in our program. But sometimes if you just, in the past we've had, like when I was down there, we'd have 30 something, and you just can't do a whole lot with 30 kids. Especially the way we do things, we like all of our kids moving and involved, and so if you ever have to make any cuts, it's in the 8th grade.
Do they have an intramural program they can drop back to? And then
our 7th graders do, and that's why we have that kind of that safety net there, because you never know, who's going to stick with it, who's going to develop later. Mm-hmm. We know in our top flight program we are able to identify a lot of kids, but we're not able to identify all of them.
Right.
And so some kids start late, and some kids develop late too. That's an age where you've got growth spurts happening. A lot of times you see in youth sports, the kid that matured the fastest is the best. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't translate later on. Usually by the time they get 9th, 10th grade, everybody kind of catches up, and then you see things kind of even out, and who's willing to the other intangibles, who's willing to work at it, who's got the passion for it. Mm-hmm. And then somebody may be more skilled, but they may just not be able to do it against somebody that's bigger and stronger than them until they hit that growth spurt, or until they spend a few years in our weight program. So we always want to cast a broad net. We feel it's if a kid loves it, we want to do our best not to take it away from them. And a lot of times these kids will kind of figure it out on their own of what they like and don't like, and because there's a lot of opportunities in Mountain Home, and we're one of them. And if they like basketball, we hope we provide an opportunity for them to kind of grow and experience that in our program.
What's your numbers in the varsity team at the high school? We've
got 24 players, 3 managers. So we got a healthy team, a lot of numbers. We got more kids than jerseys again. That's good. And 24, that's a workable number where we keep our guys moving. We keep them, all of them getting reps. And but it's playing time for 24 kids is tough. Mm-hmm. So the kids have to understand that we have a varsity team, we have a JV team, and it's still hard to play that many kids on 2 teams, and but they have the opportunity. The opportunity is there, and it's daily because they're all competing. And that's why our practices are so important. That's why it's important that our kids have a great attendance, which they do. If we're practicing, our kids are there, and that's one thing that is developed early with Coach Patrick on. Practice is important. It's scheduled for a reason, and a big part of it is competition. And when you got competition, kids want to be there. And I feel if you have the right kind of culture and the right kind of environment, kids aren't forced to be there. They want to be there.
Any changes in your coaching staff up at the high school?
Nope. I mean, there's just two of us, just me and Calvin. And, this is going into Calvin's second year with me. And, with anything that you do, whatever job it is, and year two is always better. We had a great first year, and it's only gonna get better. And once you just kind of get in a routine of what he does and what I do, and generally I do the offense, and my assistant does the defense, and of course making sure it's done to our standards and all that. That's both of our jobs, to kind of hold each other to that. And he's good to bounce ideas off of. He's a hard worker. He's got a tough mindset. He's everything that Bomber basketball is about. So he's been a great addition up there with me, and our kids. When we brought him up, our kids were ecstatic, because he coached them in junior high.
They've been around him.
Yeah, and that was one of my first, when I was able to go from the junior high to the high school. You get really close with a bunch of kids when you're with them for 5 years. Mm-hmm. And and him kind of coming up with a lot of these guys, and you see those relationships, and he's really tight with these guys. So that's cool to see, and it's he does a really good job, and we're proud of him.
Let's talk about the big tournament that's coming up after Christmas.
So
say it's coming up, it's August.
Yeah, but I mean, it'll be here before you know it.
Absolutely.
December, I think, maybe 27th through 29th. I could be wrong on the dates there, but it's around that time. We've got a lot of the same teams. Paragould, Greene County Tech, Farmington's coming, Dumas is coming. We've got a team out of Memphis coming on the boys' side, Memphis Christian. Lincoln, those are two new teams. Us and I believe it's Hamburg. I don't know. Right off the bat, I'm pretty sure Hamburg's boys and girls are coming. That might be the 8th team. So we've got, and Hamburg's been with us in the past. They haven't been there for a few years. When their head coach moved to the principal spot, they went to a different thing, and then Coach Allison had reached out to me in the last couple of years asking if we had a spot available, and we were finally able to get them back up here. So it's going to be really, a lot of good teams, a lot of good coaches, and just 3 full days of basketball, right after Christmas. It's a fun time. You're in the gym all day and seeing a lot of good basketball, and kind of reconnecting with some friends, some coaching friends across the state's always nice. But yeah, it'll be another really good tournament this year.
Be a good time.
Absolutely.
Coach, I appreciate you taking the time
Absolutely,
to come join
Bob.
us this morning, and we'll be seeing you again soon.
As
I know you got an
always.
important meeting to go to.
I got all kinds of teachers' meetings to do.
There
So
you go.
thank you, and thanks to XL7 for all they do for our kids.
You
Go
bet.
Bombers.
We'll be back in just a moment with This Week in Real Estate with Bob and Jason Zdora.
Introducing a new way to shop for a great night's sleep. Your Comfort Mattresses comes in 5 unique comfort levels, from firm to soft, with cooling options to match your perfect sleep temperature. And no matter your price range, we'll help you find the perfect fit. Get deep, restorative sleep exclusively at Sleep Mart.
Our community, relationships matter. A handshake still means something. And neighbors look out for one another. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're more than a bank. We're your biggest supporters, because every dream, every first step, and every big moment deserves someone who's right there with you. Farmers and Merchants Bank, rooted in Arkansas, growing communities. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day. Or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday. 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Discover comfort and style at Sleep Mart. From reclining sofas and love seats to manual and power recliners, sleep and lift chairs, we've got it all. Choose from a variety of styles, colors, and fabrics. All made with pride in the USA. Come to Sleep Mart today where comfort meets savings. Your senior healthcare specialist.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob and Jason Zdora, part of the Z Team. How are y'all today?
Great. Very good. Great.
And what part of the Z Team are you?
Am I? Managing,
I'm talking both of
managing partner.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it, for sure.
2 Z's in a pod, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
3 Z's in a pod.
Well, right now, I think all of us are kind of in our own lanes as far as like what we do. My dad's a lot of the face of the company, I would say. Yeah. Mom is the back end, and I'm helping her with producing the media. But I'd say that like most of the interfacing with customers is still mom and dad.
Yeah.
However, we cannot discard the importance of the rest of the team.
No, we're talking about the Z's in the pod, and there are others.
Right.
Sam McMaster's he's still dealing with people that he used to recruit here, with his time from his time in the military. Darlene Smith, Clark Smith, she hyphenates it or not. She's lived here all her life, worked here, lived here, and raised family, and knows obviously everything very well. Reese Tubbs, the legendary Reese Tubbs. I use that because it's true.
Yeah.
He's so familiar with that area out there. His dad had been a realtor out of the Marshall area out there, Calico, and just so familiar with everything out there. That's really been the backbone of how we've held this all together.
Yeah, so the footprint of the Z Team is huge.
Yeah.
You got 2 licensed Missouri agents.
Yes.
Miss Linda and Miss Darlene both. You can get anything you want up in Missouri. You've got Reese that handles Lower Baxter, Searcy, Marion, or not Marion, but Searcy, Stone counties as well.
Yep.
Probably gets down into Claiborne as well.
That's his backyard. Yeah, we try not to get too far out because it can just be more cumbersome. Mm-hmm. You can't quite serve the clients quite as well. To get that far out. If you get too far out, then sometimes you're better to just refer them to somebody in that area.
Then you've got Sam that does the military relocation services as well.
Yeah, as well as everything else.
With everything else that he's got too. Yeah. You've got Jason, who is Mr. Media.
Yep.
Mr. Multimedia. Let's throw that out.
Sure, multimedia. Wow. It is.
Mr. Multimedia.
Yeah. I mean, that is, ultimately that's going to be a big part of the future with us. The way that I would say you can kind of look at just the birth of the internet, but like COVID really pushed things forward with people using media as their main source of information for houses. You know, like there was Zillow got a lot more popular, people doing things on Facebook, the videos that you see on YouTube, and now people are doing real estate on Instagram and TikTok. It's like, it's working. They wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't working, but those are
somebody might be.
Right. Those platforms are useful for that because that's where the eyes are.
Yep.
You know, simple as.
And Dad Zdora sitting there with the gray beard says, yeah, I am the voice and I am the picture and I am the face of the Z team.
Absolutely.
Which is very much true. I mean, you've been doing this portion of it a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody has their niche. But the most important one in the group is the plate spinner.
That's right.
That's right.
Miss Linda, who spins the plates, make sure everything falls into place at the right time. She's dot the I's, cross the T's, get that period where it belongs. She's the one that makes sure everything flows correctly.
Exactly. And that's because nothing happens without her. All the work that we may do to generate business and everything else doesn't get done unless she gets it and gets it done and gets it all coordinated.
Yeah.
That's really
so
the deal.
Why am I talking about this morning? One very important reason. I just had Coach on here.
Yes.
We had to flip-flop things a little bit to work with his schedule, and we appreciate y'all being flexible to do that. But if you notice the segment that I had with the coach, we talked a lot about team and teamwork. The head of the team, which is Miss Linda on the Z team, and then the team players. The team players are the team, and the group of y'all, all the ladies and all the guys that make up the Z team, give you a force that you can deal with about any situation that comes up.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody backs everybody up. Everybody plays nice together. You're all in the same sandbox, and nobody's taking their toys and going home.
Nope. No, they're not. No,
so
they're
when
not.
you're looking for a realtor, look for one that's got a good support system.
Yeah.
And the Z team's got exactly that.
We do. Thank you. That was very well put.
We should hire this guy.
Yeah. But that's so true. And being able to have that backup, to know that if you can't get out to someplace, that somebody else can get out there and go show their property or go do whatever it is that needs to get done. That's so important. Everybody works together, and there's no bickering or none of that nonsense.
That ain't my list, and I ain't going.
Right. Yeah. No, that's none of that.
Yeah.
So the team works very well together, and they have that common goal of helping you buy your house, sell your house, whatever it is that needs to be done.
Well, for sure. I think that was one of the big things that I noticed with the people that you guys picked for the Z team was that all of those people they're just stars. You know, like there's every realtor does the best job they can, but then some just do better job than others. You know, it's a matter of fact. And I think you've got, I mean, especially like you can say so, like with Reese, just how specialized he is, you know, and just what a great guy he is. You know, it's so easy to deal with. He's the perfect guy for those rural sites. You know, not only that he knows it, but he's embedded. He is part of that community. It's a big help.
In the economy that we're in today, with everything that's going on around the world, which is, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, it's happening. We have to deal with it.
Yep.
What's going on as far as changes in the real estate world?
Well, you have obviously there's the bigger properties aren't selling as much because the people who are able to do those bigger properties, buy and sell them, they're kind of sitting tight and seeing what's going to happen with what's going on in the world. And, you know, it's not even really whether something's true, it's whether people believe it. And right now people believe that it's kind of time to sit tight and see what happens next. You have these higher interest rates, and that's going to make things harder for anyone who's a buyer, for sure. And you're looking at a situation now where we have homes being on the market for longer. We have a lot of the sellers are starting to make concessions where they're lowering their prices or they're offering different things to the buyers in order to get things done. And you have people who are really the things that are happening now in the 100 to 300,000, the middle class homes. That's where the activity is right now. The upper stuff, not so much.
You got it. You hit it all.
Right on.
Yeah. And that's really the case. The upper end houses, they don't have to move, so they're not. The regular, you know, people going to the hospitals and things like that, the different manufacturing things, college, high schools.
Right.
They're moving around. Those are people that are, mom's sick.
Right.
They get married. They have babies. It's just a different environment for them.
Well, those are the needs, right? There's needs versus wants. A lot of times that upper side, there's a lot more wants, like I want to buy and I want to sell, but now it's really only the people who need to that are doing the thing.
I want a bigger house instead of, we need a bigger house.
Right. And that's what's moving the market right now. And we're not seeing that. And because of the cost factors, those that are looking to buy the bigger house, like our house is for sale. And obviously we're in a great location, and there's a price factor that's involved with that. And those that are looking in those, they're like, we're okay where we're at right now. Let's just kind of see how things shake out. And it'll settle down. I mean, all real estate, it's all cyclical. It does it all the time. You can go back, the cavemen, and it's all location. I think that we'll see some motion, some political motion from some of these states got some of the wackiness that's going on. I think you're going to see people going, I'm not even going to deal with this. We're leaving. And we'll see some of that. And they'll come here. They'll, in this area in general, the kind of midsection across the country, that'll continue.
Let's take a look at your numbers so we can come back and talk about it.
This week in real estate, there were 55 new listings came on the market, 2 commercial properties, 8 parcels of land, 45 homes came on the market. They range in price from $24,000 to $1.2 million. The average listed price was $361,000. There's 35 residential pending. Those are waiting to close. 41 properties sold, 10 parcels of land, 31 homes closed this past week. They range in price from $725,000 to $10,000. The average residential sale price this week was $238,000 with 98 days on market. 16 properties expired. There were 41 residential price changes. Currently, we have 566 homes listed on the MLS. 214 are in Mountain Home. Year to date, for 2026, there's been 697 homes have sold. The median sale price has been $217,000 with 74 days on market. Last year, there had been 706 homes that sold with a median sale price of $213,000 with 62 days on market. So the market was a little quicker. Prices are up a little bit this year. Homes sold year to date, from 25,000 to 100,000, there's been 74. When you get into that range of 100 to 199, there's 213 have sold. 200 to 299, there's been 209 sold. 300 to 399, 105. So you can see how that's going. But as soon as you get to 400,
it drops off.
It's 36.
Yeah.
The 500s is 21. 600s are 18. 7s, 6 sold. 800s, there's 1 property sold. 900s, there's been 3. A couple of those were this week. And over $1 million, there's been 1 house that is sold. So it just kind of gives you an idea. You go back, historically, there'd be 2, 3 maybe at $1 million that would have sold already. And the rates are high. And somebody they're probably not going to pay cash at that price. And they're just, keeping their powder dry.
It sounds like 74 days on market is up there.
Yeah, but that's
in reality.
Nothing. Oh, yeah, that's nothing. Right. No, that's moved. The homes that are priced right and ready to go are going. Yep. Homes that we put a couple price reductions in this week on some of the properties that have been, what do you want to do? Do you want to be listed or do you want to be sold? And in doing that, we got one of them under contract last night. And I think that we'll continue to see that. Price is still king as far as how things are. And homes that are ready to go. That's the big thing. Yep. Or homes that you're not going to do anything with. That's the other end of it. And you just adjust the price and say, we're done. We got to go. We have to get back to Cleveland and take care of mom and dad, or we're going to take mom and dad with us back to Cleveland, whatever everybody's situation is unique, and we deal with that all the time, and that's our bread and butter.
It's the way it is.
Yep.
Well, how do you negotiate those things when they happen? You know, like that's the important thing. That's what you're dealing with, their experience, and I'm going to hopefully glean from you guys is how to handle those waters when they happen, you know?
You got to tread them, no matter what it is. How do they get you, Bob?
Call my honey. She's at 870-405-0793. Check out the website, retiredtoarkansas.net, and we'll see you next week.
There you go. You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. This has been This Week in Real Estate with Bob and Jason Zdora, 870-405-0793. We'll see you next week.